The Vance family there with one of their 3 children as J.D. Vance prepares to be...
The world seemed to pause in an instant as an unexpected moment sent shockwaves across live television. During a high-profile rally, all eyes were on Donald Trump when a surprising scene unfolded. Usha Vance's young daughter, Maribel, boldly reached for the former president's microphone right in the middle of his speech. Gasps echoed through the crowd, cameras zoomed in with lightning speed, and within seconds, social media was ablaze with speculation. What did she say? How did Trump respond? And why is everyone still talking about it? Stay with us as we unravel every jaw-dropping detail of this surreal moment, an event that no one could have predicted but one that instantly gripped the attention of millions across the globe. A moment unlike any other, the world collectively held its breath as the scene played out. Reporters inched closer, their eyes locked onto the stage, while the energy in the room shifted into something electric. The crowd was a mix of influential political figures, eager journalists, and ardent supporters, each accustomed to the spectacle that typically followed when Donald Trump took the stage. By now, his speeches were nothing short of legendary. Whether it was his discussions on economic deficits with the EU, his electrifying rallies that filled stadiums, or his off-the-cuff remarks that could send stock markets into a frenzy, Trump had mastered the art of commanding attention. His words shaped narratives, ignited controversies, and fueled endless debates. Tonight was expected to follow suit, another headline-grabbing, unscripted moment in a career built on unpredictability. But what transpired next exceeded even Trump's own expectations. At the heart of this extraordinary moment was not a seasoned politician, not a determined journalist looking for a scoop, and not even a high-profile political adversary. Instead, it was a child, a little girl who couldn't have been more than 4 years old. Her golden curls bounced as she shifted in her seat, seated right at the front, unknowingly poised to steal the spotlight from one of the most dominant figures in modern politics. Her name was Maribel, the daughter of J.D. Vance and Usha Vance. Too young to grasp the weight of policies or the enormity of the occasion, she remained completely unaware of the storm she was about to stir. In mere seconds, this innocent child would command the world's attention in a way no one could have foreseen. But what exactly did she do that captured the world's gaze? Let's uncover the interruption that left an entire audience in disbelief. Amid the carefully orchestrated event, Donald Trump stood tall at the podium, exuding his characteristic presence. His signature red tie, slightly longer than necessary, swayed with his movements, while his hands carved through the air with his signature gestures. This was his domain, his stage, where confidence, controversy, and charisma blended seamlessly. His voice boomed across the packed hall, his rhetoric as commanding as ever. "The future of this country is in our hands," he declared, his conviction unwavering. "We are making America great again, folks. The golden age of America begins right now. We're winning more than ever before." And then, in a heartbeat, the unexpected unfolded. A small stir from the front row caught everyone's attention. Tiny fingers slipped free from Usha Vance's grasp. Quick, determined footsteps tapped rapidly across the stage floor. Gasps spread like wildfire as security tensed, but it was too late. Before anyone could react, little Maribel had already reached her destination. Not just near the stage, but on it. And she wasn't hesitating. She marched straight toward the former president himself. Murmurs filled the room. Was this an orchestrated moment? A carefully planned publicity stunt? Or a spontaneous event destined to go viral? Trump turned mid-sentence, his expression briefly registering something rare, genuine surprise. It was a sight seldom seen. He was a man who prided himself on controlling the narrative, yet here he stood, caught completely off guard. A small figure in a sea of towering giants stood before him, eyes wide with unwavering determination. The entire room seemed frozen in time. What would happen next? Let's dive into the revelation that followed. At just 4 years old, Maribel uttered a statement that sent ripples across the nation. No one, neither the energized crowd nor the watchful media, had anticipated what she was about to say. Certainly not her own father, J.D. Vance. What was meant to be yet another standard rally, another chapter in Donald Trump's whirlwind political career, had suddenly turned into a moment of political intrigue, speculation, and intense debate. What began as an innocent remark from a child spiraled into an avalanche of theories. Did she unknowingly reveal a hidden agenda? Was there something bigger at play? The scene was set, an arena filled with patriotic enthusiasm, passionate supporters waving American flags, and the familiar chant of USA. USA. USA, reverberating through the hall. President Trump, in his element, delivered one of his signature speeches, commanding the audience with ease. But then, everything changed. Young Maribel tugged at his sleeve, causing him to glance down, amused. With a casual lean, he extended the microphone toward her. A hush fell over the crowd. The energy in the air shifted, anticipation thick enough to cut with a knife. Cameras zoomed in. Reporters leaned forward. Even Trump himself appeared momentarily disarmed. And then, with the pure and unfiltered honesty only a child could possess, Maribel spoke. In that instant, everything shifted. She stood there, dwarfed by the stage built for world leaders and history makers, yet she held the microphone with remarkable steadiness. No hesitation, no trembling, just an innocent confidence. Her small voice rang clearly through the vast hall, cutting through the charged atmosphere like a blade. "Daddy says the country will change forever soon," she declared, her tiny fingers gripping the oversized microphone. "He says the world won't be the same, and that robots will take over everything." The impact was immediate. A hush swept across the room, not just silence, but an eerie, all-consuming stillness, as if time itself had momentarily stopped. Eyes widened. Throats tightened. And then, as though electrified by her words, all attention snapped back to one man, Donald Trump. A seasoned media manipulator, a man who had spent years bending the press to his will, who could deflect even the toughest questions with charm and bravado, stood motionless. His gaze flickered between the child and the crowd. A few nervous chuckles surfaced, the kind that hinted at discomfort more than amusement. Had a 4-year-old just unveiled a prophecy of a future dominated by artificial intelligence? Was this an eerie foreshadowing of an era yet to come, one that even Trump himself hadn't dared to address? The moment stretched long and heavy, raw and unfiltered. And then, something even more unexpected happened. Trump, a master of the moment, took a beat before responding. His practiced smile wavered, just for a second, but it was there. A moment of hesitation. A flicker of uncertainty. And then, seamlessly, he regained control of the room. "Well, my friends," he finally spoke, his voice tinged with humor and his signature bravado. "I always say, kids, they just get it. Sometimes, they are sharper than the so-called experts." A ripple of laughter spread through the audience, at first hesitant, then growing as the tension cracked. Applause followed, uncertain at first, then steady. Trump leaned down, tousling Maribel's hair playfully. "She's got some big ideas," he quipped. "Maybe we'll see her running for office in 2040. And just like that, the moment was transformed. From an unexpected interruption to a viral sensation. From a fleeting remark to a conversation that would ignite debates across the country. But as the cameras continued to roll, one question remained: was there more to Maribel's words than met the eye? The audience erupted in laughter, the joke had landed flawlessly. It was classic Trump, spontaneous, effortless, capable of turning any unexpected moment into a win. Yet, for the keen observers in the room, something lingered just beneath the surface. His smile was present, the laughter flowed, but his eyes told a different story. While the moment entertained the masses, those paying close attention sensed something else brewing. But how did the internet react to the shocking turn of events? What trends emerged in the aftermath? Let's delve into the online frenzy that followed. The digital sphere ignited almost instantly. Within minutes, social media was flooded with clips of Maribel's unexpected microphone grab. Hashtags exploded into trending topics: #robot takeover, #Trump interrupted, #Maribel knows. Memes spread like wildfire, some treating the incident as a light-hearted joke, while others saw it as an eerie prophecy. By morning, theories had spiraled out of control. Some news outlets played it up as a humorous interruption, while others dissected it more seriously. Was Trump on the verge of unveiling a groundbreaking policy? A sweeping reform? A major shift in global politics? Or was there something even more clandestine, something he had yet to reveal to the world? Experts in child psychology chimed in, offering varied opinions. Some dismissed the moment as an innocent remark, a child merely parroting adult conversations. But others weren't so quick to brush it off. Maribel's phrasing had been oddly precise for a 4-year-old. Her tone? Confident, almost rehearsed. Had she been subtly coached to plant an idea in the public's mind? Was this an intentional teaser for a future announcement? And if so, what exactly was President Trump planning? Had Maribel merely repeated something she overheard at home, or was there an underlying truth to her words? Speculation reached a fever pitch. Trump's stance on artificial intelligence had never been entirely clear. He had spoken about China, big tech, and the growing influence of Silicon Valley. But had he, in private, warned those closest to him about something far bigger, something the public wasn't meant to know yet? And if that were the case, had J.D. Vance's daughter just let it slip? The authorities, notably silent after the event, refused to comment. Their lack of response only fueled further speculation. The question now was, what did this silence mean, and what were the implications of it? Silence, in this case, only made everything worse. Trump was no stranger to controversy, he thrived on it. When tensions rose, he didn't retreat. Instead, he charged forward, reshaping the narrative and amplifying his stance at every opportunity. But this time, something felt different. There were no rapid-fire tweets, no fiery press conferences, not even a casual jab at his next rally. He simply let the moment sit, and that silence was perhaps the most unsettling part of it all. The longer he refrained from addressing the situation, the more people speculated. Was there something he was deliberately withholding? Or was this a matter he couldn't speak about publicly? As speculation mounted, theories took on a life of their own. Had the artificial intelligence revolution already arrived, hidden beneath the surface? Was there information being kept from the public, secrets known only to a select few? Could Trump, of all people, have been trying to sound the alarm on a future for which we weren't prepared? Political analysts and tech experts pored over his past remarks, dissecting speeches and interviews in search of overlooked clues. The world buzzed with questions, desperate for answers. And yet, at the heart of it all, little Maribel remained blissfully unaware of the chaos she had unwittingly sparked. Maribel here is going to help me. She's always my sush. She had no idea that a simple, innocent comment had set the world ablaze. But what interpretations did people derive from her words? What did it all truly mean? Let's examine the implications of this seemingly minor statement. At the end of the day, no one could say with certainty what Maribel's words truly signified. Perhaps it was nothing more than the playful ramblings of a child, an amusing, random string of words blown out of proportion by the internet's insatiable appetite for viral content. Or maybe, just maybe, Maribel had done something extraordinary. In that brief, unscripted moment, had she peeled back the curtain on a reality that was never meant to be exposed? Had she unknowingly revealed a hidden truth, one that had been carefully kept from public knowledge until a child, free from filters and fear, spoke it aloud? Even the most powerful man in the room had been powerless in that moment. He couldn't take back what had been said. The atmosphere had shifted, crackling with an unspoken energy, something electric, something unsettling. And if, indeed, Maribel had revealed a secret too profound to be spoken, then only one question remained: what happens now? Could her words have simply been a reflection of something she had overheard, perhaps a casual remark her father had made over dinner, or a hushed conversation between politicians she had unknowingly absorbed? Let's take a closer look at her statement beyond the surface level of childish blabbering. At first, the media treated the incident as nothing more than an amusing slip of the tongue. News anchors chuckled, social media turned it into a light-hearted meme, and the general public dismissed it as yet another fleeting viral moment. But then, something shifted. Political analysts, always eager to read between the lines, began asking more probing questions. Was this really just a child repeating something she'd heard? Or was there something more to it? Could Maribel have unintentionally revealed a truth whispered behind closed doors, something never meant for public ears? As experts dissected the moment, their initial curiosity transformed into deep intrigue. They scrutinized her words, analyzed the context, and speculated about the origins of her statement. Theories began swirling, some grounded in logic, others teetering into the realm of conspiracy. What had begun as a moment of amusement was now a serious topic of discussion. Had Maribel unwittingly sparked something much larger? And if so, what exactly had she meant? The silence from authorities in the wake of the controversy spoke volumes. The White House remained tight-lipped, refusing to address the speculation swirling around Maribel's statement. When pressed in interviews, Trump either laughed off the questions or deftly redirected the conversation. Yet those who knew him best noticed a departure from his usual playbook. He wasn't lashing out at the media, branding reports as fake news, or launching into his trademark counterattacks. Instead, he let the mystery build, allowing curiosity and intrigue to fester. Was this silence part of a carefully calculated plan, or had Maribel's words accidentally exposed something not meant to be revealed, something monumental? Behind closed doors, political circles were abuzz with whispers. Some insisted that a seismic shift in the country's political landscape was imminent, one that could redefine America's future for generations. Others speculated that Trump had uncovered a hidden truth about the forces controlling global power, a revelation he was preparing to unveil. Then, there were the more fantastical theories, the kind that sounded ripped straight from a sci-fi novel. Could Trump have been overseeing the development of a groundbreaking technological marvel? A discovery so revolutionary that it had the potential to change the course of history? One thing was certain, the world was left questioning. And with Trump's uncharacteristic silence, the uncertainty only deepened. What had begun as an innocent comment from a child had transformed into a moment of profound speculation. What was the truth? And more importantly, what came next? Had little Maribel unknowingly pushed open a door that was never meant to be unlocked? With each passing day of silence, uncertainty thickened like a dense fog. Instead of fading, the questions only grew louder, more insistent. What was Trump keeping from the world? And why was he allowing speculation to spiral out of control? Before we dive deeper into the mystery, let's take a closer look at the little girl whose innocent words set the world ablaze. Who is Maribel Vance? Who are her siblings? Let's uncover the story behind the child at the center of it all. In December 2021, just in time for the holiday season, the Vance family welcomed a beautiful blessing, their third child, Maribel Rose Vance. Born near Christmas, she was embraced as the family's most precious holiday gift. Unlike many public figures who share glimpses of their personal lives, J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha, have been remarkably private about their children. However, in a rare and delightful moment, little Maribel made a surprise appearance in 2022, joining her father in a behind-the-scenes blooper reel from a campaign video. The charming clip gave the public a fleeting but heartwarming look into their closely guarded family life. J.D. Vance, widely recognized for his strong emphasis on family values, shares 3 children with Usha, who hails from a Telugu-speaking Indian immigrant family in San Diego, California. Their firstborn, Ewan Blaine Vance, arrived in 2017 and is now an adventurous 8-year-old. 3 years later, in 2020, they welcomed their second son, Vic, who recently turned 4. Then came Maribel, their youngest and only daughter, who holds a unique and cherished place in the hearts of her parents and older brothers. Balancing public life and parenthood is no easy task, but J.D. Vance has often expressed that being a father is his greatest joy. Though his political career demands much of his time, his heart remains firmly rooted in his home. The Vances have chosen to raise their children in an environment filled with warmth, love, and privacy, far from the glare of the public eye. Yet, in those rare moments when the curtain is momentarily lifted, the glimpses into their world reveal a home overflowing with laughter, affection, and an unwavering appreciation for the beauty of parenthood. But as the silence from the authorities stretched on, the mystery surrounding Maribel's words only deepened. What were top officials saying, or rather, not saying, about this unexpected revelation? The longer Trump remained silent, the wilder the speculation became. What had begun as whispers soon morphed into full-fledged theories, spiraling further into mystery with every passing hour. Even those closest to Trump, his most vocal allies, the ones who usually rushed to defend or clarify, offered nothing. No reassurances, no offhand remarks, not even a dismissive joke. The silence was deafening. Even Melania, who often stayed away from the political storms that surrounded her husband, seemed more alert than usual. Observers noted how she watched everything with quiet intensity, her presence in certain rooms feeling unusually deliberate. Inside the White House, staffers sensed a shift. Private meetings suddenly became more frequent. Doors shut quickly. Voices hushed. Conversations were cut short whenever someone else entered the room. Something was happening behind closed doors, but what? Then there was Ivanka, always composed, always poised. Yet even she appeared to be walking on eggshells, choosing her words with such precision that it hinted at something beyond mere caution. Was the Trump family preparing for an announcement Maribel had inadvertently revealed too soon? Or were they scrambling to contain the damage from a child's innocent but unexpected outburst? Meanwhile, the media refused to let go. News anchors dissected the moment from every conceivable angle, replaying the clip over and over, as if watching it enough times might reveal some hidden truth. Late-night comedians turned it into endless punchlines, while conspiracy theorists wove intricate narratives around it. Social media erupted into chaos, flooded with debates, memes, and wild speculations. Yet through it all, Trump himself remained silent. No tweets. No press conferences. No attempts to shut down the rumors. And with every second that ticked by without a response, the world only grew more desperate for answers. Maribel's innocent remark, "Daddy says the country will change forever soon. He says the world won't be the same, and that robots will take over everything," spread like wildfire. What had initially seemed like nothing more than a child's casual comment had now spiraled into an unstoppable storm of speculation. Had she accidentally exposed a secret too enormous to be ignored? Was the country on the brink of an economic revolution? A drastic restructuring of the financial system? Some even speculated about a return to gold-backed currency. But others feared it was something even bigger, an irreversible transformation in global politics. A technological breakthrough so profound that it would permanently alter the balance of power. Then came the darker theories. Was this the prelude to something far greater? Something humanity wasn't prepared for? Some whispered about the dawn of an artificial intelligence era that would reshape civilization forever. Others feared an entirely different kind of upheaval, one no one had yet predicted. One undeniable fact remained: if this was part of a larger plan, it was working. The entire world was now watching, waiting, dissecting every move, every word, every subtle hint. Would Trump step forward and confirm the growing whispers? Would he reveal something so earth-shattering that it would define his legacy in a way no one had ever imagined? Or would he continue to remain silent, allowing the speculation to grow, turning mystery into legend? Regardless of what happened next, one thing was clear: in her childlike innocence, Maribel had done something no political statement, no press conference, no viral tweet had ever achieved. She had captured the world's imagination. And now, from newsrooms to government halls, from Wall Street to Silicon Valley, from foreign capitals to shadowy conspiracy forums, everyone was waiting, holding their breath, watching. Because if her words contained even a shred of truth, the world was on the precipice of something monumental. What do you think about Maribel Vance's statement that has left the world trembling? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing content. We'll see you in the next video.